final segment with Gerald Celente, and then coming up at the bottom of the hour, part two of our interview live. We'll be talking to Dr. Steve Pachanik again about this attempt to move us towards war with Iran. As Ray McGovern and others have concurred, this is the closest to war we've been. They've tried several times. We'll talk about the ramifications of that and hit some other important news that's at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. But finishing up with Gerald Celente, who just joined us, he was getting into the fact that the mainstream corporate prostitutes, as he calls them, continue, and Osama bin Bernanke and the rest of them, to tell us, another one of his funny phrases I love, continues, tell us everything's fine. There's been no recession. It's been over for years. But now they're starting to say, well, it's the greatest challenge since the Great Depression. And their answer is, let these big banker heads steal trillions out the back door, have record bonuses, but then bankrupt the banks and get more taxpayer money, and then lecture us how it's our fault. And that's the only problem with Occupy Wall Street. Some of them don't understand higher taxes, higher regulation. That all goes to the white shoe boys, to the insiders, to the establishment types. And again, white shoe boy, another great Gerald Celente term. But that's kind of the white tuxedo boys. I mean, these are the so-called elite of the elite. They think we exist to be toilet paper for them. And there's no end to their hubris and raw criminal behavior. The good news is I'm reading in Spain and in Greece and other areas, restaurants are all refusing to even charge the VAT, period. You got Herman Cain pushing for new VAT taxes to pay off our, quote, debt here. He means the Federal Reserve he worked for. And so they're going to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Gerald, will they be successful? Again, how does this end historically, looking into your crystal ball?
Here it is. Autumn 2009. The Second American Revolution has begun. It's happening. It's what you were talking about, Alex. Enough people are waking up. This is real. The white shoe boys are so far out of touch. You listen to the comments by Cain, as you mentioned, Mitt Romney. Let's not look for scapegoats, as he chastises the Wall Street protesters. Scapegoats? Oh, no, they're not angry. They're looking for scapegoats. They're looking for financial pigs and corporate vultures just like you, Romney. And then you listen to billionaire Bloomberg. They're protesting against the wrong people. Do you know what Bloomberg said, Alex? Those people on Wall Street, you know what kind of money they're making on average, according to His Honor, the billionaire? Oh, $40,000 or $50,000 a year. Yeah, right. You know what they're making on Wall Street on average, Alex? Try
millions.
$360,000 a year. Oh, that's according to the New York State Comptroller's Office. I'm not making that number up. They're so far out of touch. You see, Bloomberg is right. You know who's making $40,000 or $50,000 a year? The groundskeepers over at the country club. The people that hand them the little washcloths, you know, the servants and the toilets. Those are the people making $40,000 or $50,000 a year. So they have no idea what's going on. We are entering very closely, Alex, to a let them eat cake moment, because that's how far removed they are. The revolution has begun, and they will not admit it. They will try to stop it. They won't be able to.
Well, Gerald, here's my next question for you. I have USA Today here in my hot little hand, and they're saying now, starting at Boston, but then all over the country, they're going to stop and talk to you and ask you where you're going, why you're going, who you're going to visit. They call it a chat down, but they're also going to keep the groping of the genitals, the wave, shish kebabbing. And now you're going to have a TSA person, the people literally every day caught robbing and pedophiling and everything else. They're now saying that you're going to have to answer these guys' questions. Listen, that's worse than being put in a barbecue machine, having them act like I've done something wrong. I mean, should I say to them, I need to assess, are you one of these myriad TSA that are pedophiles or that are robbing people's bags? I mean, this is all about a secret police. Now the NFL are going to grope from the ankles up and grab your breast and genitals. And they go, just get tough, take it. It's not that I'm not tough. It's that I want to get angry when somebody sticks their hands between my legs. Okay, that's for my, again, Gerald, how much do we have to take from this bureaucratic, snot-nosed class that works for these filthy bankers?
Exactly, that's it. They're nothing more than enforcers for the political and financial crime bosses. Let's call it what it is, fascism. It's not only the TSA. I mean, you get stopped by a cop. Where you coming from? Where you going? You know, hey, does your mother still have sex with dogs? I mean, that's what I'd like to ask them. You know, I mean, what's going on in this country? We got a bunch of people that are trying to break down our will and our spirit, rob us of our self-respect. And they're doing it because the system is collapsing. And so what they're going to keep doing, as you said, they're going to keep groping and getting inside us as close as they can to break down our will and spirit. They're going to lose.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Listen, Gerald, I'm sorry, I interrupted you to repeat that. I'm seeing this TSA stuff and all this doing the opposite. It's enraging us. But I think because they're little bootlicking chicken wimps themselves, they think we're like them. No, the American people see this Nazi Germany garbage for what it is, and it's enraging them. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right. And that's what I'm saying. The revolution has begun. They're going to do everything they can in Gestapo USA to keep pushing us down so we don't rise up. The human spirit is rising. What's going on again, you know, with this Occupy Wall Street? It's in Birmingham, it's in Portland, it's in Seattle, it's in Denver, it's in Fort Collins, it's in Trenton. It's happening all over. The people have had it, you know my saying. When people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And the white shoe boys in their gated communities are not going to be protected from it. And I'll tell you why they're coming out so strongly against it. Because in the back of their mind, they can see a guillotine in a theater playing near you soon. And that's what they're afraid of.
Gerald, when I interrupted you, it sounded like you were starting to say New World Order. What was it you were about to say a minute or two ago?
It is a New World Order, and not that one. A New World Order is taking place to overthrow the old one. Alex, they use the term democracy. Oh, we have a democracy in France, a democracy in the United States, in Italy. They're not democracies. These are mafia clubs with fancy names, you know. Like, they had people like Jean-Paul Trichet and Christina Legrand. No, Lucky Luciano and Al Capone. And the people are getting hip to it. These are not democracies. We have a small group of people telling us what to do, and the rest of the people are rebelling. Look, we've had people down on Occupy Wall Street since it began, and we've been talking to everybody. They don't like any of them. They don't like the Republicans. They hate the Democrats. You know who a lot of these people are? Ron Paul supporters.
No, I agree. But the people that the mainstream media shows are the people that want higher taxes and more austerity. So they skew it. And then we tried to have Ron Paul signs. They have organizers come over and say, shut up. But, you know, that's why they fired Hank Williams Jr. from Monday Night Football. What he actually said on Fox News was, I hate all these Republicans. The American people, 89% hate Congress. I'm sick of them all. Then he made the Hitler comment. They took that out of context. They went after him because he was saying, I'm sick of everybody.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. There is going to be a new world order. The ones that the elites have put in place is breaking down. Something else is going to happen. Again, the Second American Revolution has begun. We are inspiring the whole world. There are Occupy now in Seoul, in Sydney, in Melbourne, in Taiwan, in London, in Tokyo. They are picking up the greatness of the American spirit that they have been trying to push down for so long. with their stupidity and with their manipulation. You can't kill the human spirit.
Well, beautifully said. And they're not going to be able to co-opt Occupy Wall Street completely. They're not going to be able to co-opt the Tea Party completely. They're not going to be able to have minimum wage people groping us, making us submit. It only makes us wake up and take action. Gerald, again, I know you've got several URLs to get to the Trends Journal. Which one is the best one for people to go to?
Trendsjournal.com, trendsjournal.com. And also, for those people that believe or want to learn more about direct democracy, please go to directdemocracy.org. The future is in your hands. Either you create the greatness of what this country and world could be, or somebody else is going to create it for you. They're waiting online to do it, and you're not going to like it.
Gerald Celente, thanks for spending time with us. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Alex.